Hello and welcome back to another one of my FPL videos. I of course am the FPL train, and in this video I'm going to reveal my team selection ahead of the final game week of the season, where I only do have one free transfer, but I think I'm going to be making two transfers this game week, so it looks like I could possibly make a -4 hit for the game week. Obviously it's not confirmed because I've not even made any transfers just yet. But I'm considering it just because there's one player I want to bring in because of who he plays for and with it being the final game week. And the second one, I feel like I might have to make the transfer if I'm being honest. But before all of that, of course, let's look back on like we do always on the previous game week 37. And of course, you can see on screen, 136 points overall. Absolutely ecstatic with that. Highest, obviously, points of the season, should I say. So really happy with that. Of course, that does coincide with the fact that we had a double game week and I had the bench boost activated on top of that. So, really happy with that. In the top 100k yet again. So, really, really happy. Hopefully, I have a good performance in game week 38 to continue the good form. So, let's go through the team then. Started off with my goalkeepers. I had Edison and Jordan Pickford. Edison, he did go off injured with broken eye socket against Spurs, but before that, he still managed to come away with a clean sheet because he lasted longer than 60 minutes. And he even got a bonus point in that game. So happy with that. And of course, he got a clean sheet against Fulham as well, which meant he came away with 13 points. So overall, really happy because Man City just have this tendency recently to concede a goal here and there. So to get 2 clean sheets in 2 games, really happy with that for Edison. And of course, Jordan Pickford. I brought him in on my wild card with this game week. It just happened in mind. I knew it was going to be a gamble to have him in. A lot of other people went for double game week goalkeepers or double game week players as a whole for game week 37 in mind. I didn't do that. I went for Everton defenders because they're Sheffield United at home in game week 37. I just felt confident they'd keep a clean sheet, and thankfully that did happen. And he even came away with some bonus points on top of that, so 8 points for Pickford. So really happy with my goalkeepers. To get 21 points from both my goalkeepers in total, absolutely ecstatic with that. My defenders, Branthwaite I've just mentioned, and Pickford being the gamble. Branthwaite, of course, go double Everton when everybody else is obviously getting double game week players. Was a massive gamble on top of it. And for the fact that they kept the clean sheet, so happy, man. I was so happy. So yeah, 6 points for him, buzzing with that. Dan Burn on the other hand, one of my 2 transfers that I made. Shocking, absolutely shocking. 3 points in 2 games against Brighton and Man United. Awful. And when you think about it, when you look at Newcastle's season, honestly, if they defended like they did last season, they would have been in the Champions League spots this season. But they've been awful since Pope's been injured. Awful, man. They constantly keep conceding goals. It's terrible. If it weren't for their strikers or their attacking play, they would be a lot lower in the league. So yeah, 3 points from him. Disaster of a transfer, to be fair. Especially as well because I took out Shah for him, who actually came on against Man United, even though according to Eddie Howe, oh, he's out injured for the season. Yeah, you're full of crap, mate. He came on against United. So, yeah, only a 2-point difference, really. So, yeah, bit of an awful transfer there to have made. Should have gone for a different team, but I didn't. And, that's how I ended up with 3 points. And then Gabriel alongside him, 7 points. Even though I play Man United, I was always confident that Arsenal would keep a clean sheet. Best defence in the league. United are awful. And the fact they came away with a bonus point, definitely be taking that. On my bench, though, I had Pedro Porro as my second transfer. So I took out Delo, even though he had a double game week. But I don't have any faith in Man United's defence. And, well, I was proven right. They only lost by 1 goal to Arsenal, but then they did concede 2 against Newcastle. So he only came away with 3 points himself. So the fact that Porro got 10 points, it's a 7-point difference. Really happy with that. Obviously, it was actually disappointing that Porro didn't even keep a clean sheet in either one of his games, especially the Burnley one. Imagine if he got a clean sheet as well, it would have been close to 20 points, but it didn't happen. Thankfully, though, he got a goal, and obviously goals for defenders are huge, and he came away with 10 points. And then that also leaves me with Cucurella on the bench, 6 points there. I should be happy with that, but I'm not. Obviously, the first game against Forest, it weren't looking great, really, was it? He didn't really get anything, really. I think he got 1 point, maybe, Cucurella in that game, so that was disappointing. And then the Brighton game came on. Chelsea go 1-0 up. Cucurella gets the assist, and I'm buzzing. It's 2-0 to Chelsea. You're thinking, oh, this is looking good. It's the 95th minute, I'm looking, oh, wow. clean sheet, and a bonus point on top as well as his assist. Looking good, double-digit figures. Then bam, penalty, Brighton, goal, gone. Clean sheet gone, bonus points gone. That's it. And he came away with just 6 points overall when it was looking like he was going to get double digits for me. So yeah, that was the only thing about this game week that's really sucker punched me. But yeah, I'll take the 6 points a bit. Man, it could have been a lot more. With my midfielders then, first up we've got here Son. What can I say? Shocking, really. Absolutely shocking. To not get a goal against Burnley was one thing, and then to miss that one-on-one against Ortega when he was playing Man City, just it was a hard watch. It really was a hard watch. Shocking, really, from Son, and to be honest, it's put me off putting him as captain, even though he's going up against Sheffield United in the final game week. He's not in form like Haaland is, so yeah, disappointing from Son. He's, of course, only one of the 2 players that did actually not get anything for me. So him and Dan Burn, 3 players, Isak as well, just awful for this game week. It's a shame as well that all 3 of them didn't get anything, but yeah, you'd think as well with 2 of them they would have smashed it, but yeah, Son should have scored, but he didn't. Fernandes only played 1 game. He didn't play against Arsenal because he was not fit apparently, but he did play against Newcastle. First goal went in. It actually originally went down as a Fernandes assist, but it got changed for Diallo's. But he did manage to get an assist at the end of the game for Højlund, so he came away with 5 points. Anthony Gordon was disappointing against Brighton in that first game. You know, he didn't get anything for us, but thankfully he did, of course, get the goal against Newcastle, against Man United. So yeah, I'll definitely take that. Shame we got the yellow card though as well, because you never know, he could have got some bonus points out of it, but yeah, he got the yellow card, which meant he dropped out of that. Phil Foden, 11 points, you know, gotta be happy. Second game, he didn't really do much against Spurs, but the first game, of course, he got the goal and he got the bonus points on top. And of course, because he played in the second game, he got obviously the bonus point in terms of keeping a clean sheet, so he came with 3 points on top of that, which meant he got double digits, so happy with that. And Cole Palmer, being Cole Palmer, I mean, they won 3-2 against Forest, but he only came away with assist, which is surprising. And then the second game, he did actually get his goal. And he also got a bonus point when it looked like he wasn't going to get one. But obviously, because of that goal went in, the defenders lost their bonus points and he got one. So 14 points for Palmer, not too bad at all. And then that leaves me with my strikers. So Jackson on my bench got me a goal, so he came away with 7 points. I mean, he was a bit disappointing though against Brighton to get nothing. But he did manage to come away with a goal in the 3-2 game against Forest, so I'll take that. Whereas obviously Isak on the other hand got me nothing in his 2 games, nothing at all. How he did not score against Man United, I don't know. He had it. He should just, no, he didn't do it, and he came away with 4 points. So that was surprising. He only got 4 in 2 games, but yeah, disappointing. And then Erling Haaland, I mean, what can you say? Cole Palmer was looking like he was going to get that, compete for that, golden boot, but Erling Haaland's gone, no, not today. Obviously it was surprising that Man City scored 4 goals and he didn't get a goal or an assist. That was surprising, but he soon made up for it in the Spurs game, where of course he got both goals. So yeah, 30 points from him, from a captain overall, so I can't complain about that at all, because you look at it, he was the guy that scored the most points for me, so I got the captaincy right on top of that. So yeah, gotta say, overall, really happy with that, especially to be back in the top 100k. Hopefully, this final game week works out a treat for me as well. Let's get into my team then for the final game week of the season, and starting us off with the goalkeepers then. So, I've got Jordan Pickford currently starting for me in goal, just because obviously Ederson broke his eye socket against Spurs. I mentioned it earlier, so he's going to be out for the season, so he's not going to be playing against West Ham. That has been confirmed already, so he is for sure going to be out, but that leaves me with only Jordan Pickford, who's got Arsenal away. Arsenal have to score to have any chance of winning the Premier League. They have to win the game, so they've got to score, so that is a big concern, having Pickford as my only goalkeeper. So I might make a transfer, and obviously this is one that I didn't really want to make. I had plans to make a transfer somewhere else. So if I am to make a transfer for game week 38, what I would have to do is I'll take Ederson out. And who do I bring in? It's either going to be Ortega, so it'll be a straight switch from Man City goalkeeper to the other, or I'll go for the Spurs goalkeeper who's got Sheffield United away. Now, I've not been that confident on Spurs, and the fact they ain't got Champions League now is a bit of a worry. But those are the two goalkeepers that it is going to be between if I decide to make the transfer. And honestly, so far, it's Friday afternoon, and I'm 90% sure I will make the transfer. But I'm still undecided on which play it's going to be. So for now, Pickford's in goal, but that could change by the time the deadline comes upon us. So on to the defenders then. Of course, it's going to be 3 at the back because like I mentioned in my transfer plans video that I did yesterday, it's going to be goals galore. Always is game week 38. It's like the teams go, we don't need to defend now. It's the end of the season. Let's make a show of it for the final game of the season. So I'm expecting goals galore. And it's been like that pretty much all season, to be fair. Obviously, it's the most goals I've had in a season. So, you know, I expect goals in this game week. So Pedro Porro is my first defender here. Sheffield United away. Of course, I'm going to have a Spurs defender for this game week against Sheffield United. It's not a guaranteed clean sheet, but it's a highly good chance they're going to keep a clean sheet. And with Pedro Porro attacking for it, you never know, he could get something more. So we could expect a big haul from Pedro Porro. Cucurella alongside him, Bournemouth at home. Not the easiest fixture because Solanke is on fire this season. Bournemouth have been decent this season, so I'm not confident, but you know, Cucurella, he's actually done really well for me since I brought him in on the wildcard. So I've been really satisfied with him, especially as well with the double game week. He played both games, and it was a general concern before the game week started because Levi Colwill is back in the team. He's been on the bench, but he hasn't played actually a minute for Chelsea. He hasn't come on for Cucurella, so it's looking highly likely Cucurella could continue and start against Bournemouth. And to be fair, he has done well this last few games of the season. And obviously, Gabriel alongside him. Everton at home, you know, I'm confident he can keep a clean sheet there. And to be fair, I mentioned the goalkeepers where it's between two. David Raya as well could possibly come in now I'm thinking about it. So yeah, he could go in my goalkeeper as my goalkeeper. Yeah, Gabriel for sure is going to start against me. Everton at home is a nice fixture. That does then leave me then Dan Burn and Branthwaite on the bench. Branthwaite on the standbooks, Arsenal away. I don't think he's keeping a clean sheet there. And Dan Burn, I've got no confidence in the Newcastle defence, especially with Dan Burn. He's not much of an attacker threat like Shaw, so I'm just going to leave him on the bench for this game week. So the midfield-wise, I'm looking at going for a 5-man midfield rather than having 4 in midfield. I'm thinking 5. It looks better 5, if I'm being honest. I don't think I'm going to get much out of my strikers in the final game week, so I'm going for a 5-man midfield. Starting us off with Son. I mentioned it earlier, he's not going to be my captain for this game week just because he's not in form. Even though he's playing against Sheffield United away. Of course, it will be a gamble because, you know, some people out there who do go for him, you never know. If he gets an hat-trick, it'll be happy days for them. But for now, Son's not going to be my captain. But I am confident he could do something at least because it's Sheffield United. Then Martin Odegaard next. So, Bruno Fernandes is not in this team, which might be a surprise. It might not be a surprise. But I've done a swap from Bruno to Odegaard. Now, the reasons are, I've got a couple of reasons. So, they are similar price, to be fair. There's 0.1 in it. Odegaard's just a little bit more. But Odegaard Arsenal have to win to have a chance to win the league. So, I do think Arsenal could score 4, maybe 5 goals. Now, there are other Arsenal players that I could go for. Saka, but he's so highly owned. Is it worth it? Havertz, should I say, could be an option, but yes, he could be an option, but I'm not confident. But I don't be surprised if he does score. And then Trossard. But the problem with Trossard, because he just play up front, he goes off early a lot of the time. Whereas Odegaard is the captain. Captain fantastic, some people have said this season. Not me, but I've heard some people say it on Twitter. So yeah, Odegaard will be in my team. I'm confident of that for game week 38. I need an Arsenal attacker for the final game week, and I'm going for Odegaard. And the reason why I'm taking Bruno out is purely based on the fact that they've got the FA Cup final after this final game. And I mean, I don't even know if he's going to start against Brighton. He might start, but he could come off early like he did against Newcastle, because obviously the manager is just going to have the eyes for the FA Cup final. So that is why I want to take Bruno Fernandes out. I've got Gordon here. He's got Brentford away. Now he is flagged up, which is an issue. Luckily, they all play at the same time, so we'll get team news before the deadline. But if he's not going to start, then I'm in a bit of a predicament. So what I could do is I could take Jordan Pickford. I could take out Edison, replace him with Ortega, who's only 3.6 million, and then that means I could then keep Bruno in, and then replace Gordon with Odegaard, and I just have enough money in the bank for that. So that is a possibility that I could do. Even if Gordon is fit, I might just do it anyway, because obviously Brentford away is going to be a tough fixture for Newcastle. I've got Phil Foden as well, of course. Silly question, why would I have him in? Man City have to win themselves to be guaranteed the trophy. West Ham at home. The fact that it's at the Etihad, it's advantage Man City, isn't it? Obviously, West Ham are a decent side, but I mean, Man City are just rolling everybody over, and I expect them to win, to be honest. So, yeah, Phil Foden, of course, he's going to be in there. And alongside him, Cole Palmer. I mean, I expect him to score, to be fair, against Bournemouth. He has been absolutely sensational. It's going to be interesting to see what they do with him next season in price prediction, in terms of price. I expect him to be 9 million next season. A far difference from being 5 million at the start of the season this season. But, yeah, I am confident Palmer can get something against Bournemouth. And so that leads me then onto my strikers. So I've got Erling Haaland and Isak currently as my front two, but that could change by the deadline. Obviously Erling Haaland's going to start, and he's going to be my captain because Man City need to score, and if you need a goal, you need Erling Haaland. So he's starting, obviously. The second striker isn't confirmed yet. Will it be Isak or will it be Jackson? I'm yet to decide on that. Obviously Jackson's got the better fixture because he's playing at home. But Bournemouth are an easy team to play against, and neither is Brentford away. Now, Jackson has scored more recently. Isak, so you think maybe I'll go for Jackson, but I just don't like Jackson personally. And when he has a bad game, he has a bad game. So I'm just slightly edging towards Isak. So Isak's my starting striker for now. Would I change it? Honestly, it's doubtful, but you never know. I might change mine last minute, but for now, it's going to be Isak alongside Haaland. So that is how my team is going to be looking for Game Week 38. Obviously, all the positions are not confirmed. Who is going to be my goalkeeper? Will it be Pickford? I don't think it will be. I do think I will make the -4 hit. But will it be Raya? Will it be Ortega? Or will it be the Spurs goalkeeper? Those are the three goalkeepers it is between. And which midfielder will come out? Will it be Bruno or will it be Gordon? If Gordon's not fit, Gordon's out. If Gordon is fit, he stays in. But either way, Martin Odegaard will be in my team for Game Week 38. So yeah, let me know what you think of this team. Let me know what you think I should be doing for Game Week 38. Let me know what you guys are doing for the final game week of the season. Are you guys taking hits like I might be for this game week? Please and don't forget to like this video and hit subscribe. And also, this is not going to be the end of me. I will be doing my final points reveal and rank reveal next week. And then after that, I will be doing the Euros fantasy football on here. So stay tuned for that as well. Look out for that. So yeah, I'll see you all then. Good luck for the final game week, and I'll see you all very soon.